Hey everyone, and welcome to my 5-day financially fit free group. My name is Deanna, and I'm super pumped to have you all here. Over these next 5 days, I will be sharing videos and tips and tricks with you to hopefully have you on your way to being financially fit. I'm not saying I'm an expert or a financial guru by any means, but my husband and I, no kids, it's just us and our dog, have found a system that we've been using since the spring of this year to help us pay off thousands of dollars of debt. I'm not going to tell you to go find another job or join a network marketing company that I represent, but you might have to do that if you're living too far beyond your means. But this is a group to hopefully help you figure out where your money is going and where you can find extra money that you already have that you don't even know exists. Because that is exactly what happened with us. So today I just wanted to share my story with you in hopes that that will encourage you to see that what we're doing can work for you too. It's a simple system. It's not easy. It's not fun, but it works. And we can see the light at the end of a tunnel, which was the only point of our relationship that we really had stress about or arguments about. There's nothing really else in our life right now that causes too much stress or concern, but money is, I think, most couples and most people in general, the biggest stressor. So if we can relieve some of that stress, and hopefully these 5 days will help you realize that you can get yourself out of a hole that maybe you've dug. So a bit of background. We were getting married last summer, and it was like in January of that year. So January of 2015, we were starting to plan the wedding, and we both had student loan debt, both had credit card debt, and I didn't want to be I didn't want my parents to pay for our wedding. Basically, they would have gladly foot the bill and paid for everything, but I consider myself to be pretty independent, maybe a little stubborn, and I wanted to take care of our wedding on our own. I had no idea how we were going to do that, but especially with we both have full-time jobs and they both pay reasonably well, but we still just renovated a century home, and so new into a mortgage, car payments, student loan, credit card debt, like I said. So it was hard to figure out where we were going to get this extra money. So I started a second job because we needed that income. Again, not telling you to join me on this, but with that second income, it did pay for half of our wedding within 6 months, which was fantastic. So half of the wedding we got to pay for on our own, some went on credit cards, and then my parents helped out, which was awesome. And so that was that. And then we got married in August. But then that income that we were setting aside for the wedding, and you all know how much half a wedding costs, it's a substantial amount of money. It didn't seem like we had any extra money at the end of the months, even though we were still making that extra income. It was still, you get to the end of the month, and can we go grocery shopping this week? I'm in the hole again. It was shuffling money from account to account, from credit card to credit card, to just try and keep our heads above water, kind of thing. And it was almost easier to just sweep it under the rug and not talk about it rather than face it, because we both felt so in over our heads that we didn't know where to start. So it was in like March or April that things were getting pretty crappy, I guess you would say, and just trying to figure out how we were going to pay for things. Like, it didn't make sense how we were making extra income and we both had good jobs, but we couldn't pay the bills that were coming in, which was all like lines of credit from our house renos and student loans, that kind of crap. So I was at the bookstore in Charlottetown one night, and I had found this book through someone else, through something I was following. It was Dave Ramsey's Total Money Makeover. And I was looking at it, and I think it was like $35. And I remember texting Brennan, and I sent him a picture of the book, and I was like, can we afford to get this book? Can I buy it? Do I have your okay on this? And he was like, yep, get it. We were in dire straits at this point. So I bought the book, brought it home, and he literally dove into it. If it wasn't for him, we'd probably still be in the same place, because I'm the type that I'm just going to forget about it. I'll just keep doing the minimum payment kind of thing, because I don't like facing reality, I guess. But so he dove into this book, figured it out, and put the system into action that was in this book. It's a big hardcover book, so he took it all, figured out what we needed to do. And since then, we have paid off 2 credit cards. We will have the 3rd paid off before the end of the year, and then it's working on one last credit card. So I'm not saying we are out of debt yet. We're not financially fit by any means, but by this time next year, we will be feeling pretty good. We're already, like, it's just like we are still in a lot of debt, but knowing that we have a system in place, we still go, like, we went on a trip to New York last month that was paid in cash, because that's how we're living now. If we can't afford something with cash, we don't buy it. But we'll get into that this week. So that is our story. As I don't know if it's pathetic or not, but I just want to share that that's where I'm coming from, and I understand debt struggles, and I understand getting to the end of the month and having more month than money and living paycheck to paycheck. And it sucks when you think you earn a decent living, but how can you never get ahead? And there is a way, and there's a way to live better than paycheck to paycheck and minimum payment to minimum payment. So that's what I hope you will get out of this group over the next 5 days. Your first challenge, like I said, this isn't going to be fun or easy. It's simple, but it's not fun and it's not easy, because money isn't fun. But you have to stop sweeping it under the rug, and you have to face your own reality. We're all afraid of facing this reality. So I want you to gather up and we're not sharing any of this information. I don't want to know how much debt you're in or what your bills or income is at all. This is for you personally, but I do want your interaction. I don't want to feel like I'm talking to myself in this group. So I want you to gather all your bills, your income from the last month, and that's where we're going to start. When you do that, I want you to comment below on this video and say, bills and income, done. That's where we're starting. So do that. Everything's online now. You don't have to go like hunt through paper bills or anything. You have it online. Just do it. This is your starting point. That's pretty easy, right? Okay, thank you, and I look forward to these next few days with you guys.